What's going on, guys? Welcome to the UFC 288 pre-fight live stream. We're going to go through full card picks for UFC 288 Aljamain Sterlign versus Henry Cejudo. And as soon as we end this stream, which I don't know how long this stream is going to go, it's going to depend on how fast the 1FC card moves. As soon as we end this stream, we are going to do a live stream for one championship. I'm hoping to get like the last 4 fights or 5 fights. We'll see. Right as of right now, they got 4 fights until the fight I want to get to, which should be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So roughly around 9:30 to 10 o'clock, I should be switching over to a one championship stream, which I already have scheduled on the channel. But it's the eve of UFC 288. I'm really looking forward to the card tomorrow. I mean, there's nothing better than the eve of a UFC pay-per-view, especially when it's a decent card. Not that this is like, you know, blowing your socks off type card like Adesanya versus Pereira 2, but UFC 288 is still very solid. The main and co-main, really looking forward to. We're going to go over the full card picks. There's a few fights that have fallen off. We'll talk about those. And, yeah. And also, before I get into anything, you guys always ask me, what YouTube channel do you watch? What MMA YouTube content do you watch? Over the course of the last 4 to 5 hours, I have been watching a YouTube video from an MMA YouTube channel that I've seen before. Somebody recommended it to me on a live stream before. And I literally just finished it. That's why I was a few minutes late. I had like 10 minutes left. I wanted to get through it. It is single-handedly one of the best MMA videos I've ever seen. It's an MMA documentary, in my opinion. And I have to plug it because this guy has done what I would love to do. You know, I make short videos. I kind of discuss, I don't want to say all the aspects that he discussed because he really went deep. He spent months of research on this. But he made a video about the Francis Ngannou situation as it's in its entirety. Because MMA fans have such a short memory, they don't remember all this. And he digs out all the clips from Dana White and Francis Ngannou and Francis Ngannou's trainer and Chatri, and talks about Chatri and the backing behind them. It is one of the best MMA research pieces I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's the majority of it, I would say 90% of it is just purely facts. Some of it is a little bit of speculation. And then at the end, he gives his opinion on the whole situation, which is only about 5 minutes of the hour and 25-minute video. I need every single person. If you're watching right now, if you're watching in the future, I'm going to actually link this in my description. I'm going to link this video in my description. But it is from... Let me actually put it on the screen. That's how much this video is just something to behold. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put this on the screen real quick because I need you guys to see this. Window capture. Okay. YouTube maybe. Okay. No, that's not it. All right. Hold on 1 second. Boom. Why is this not coming up? Oh, here we go. Okay. I just need you guys to see this visually. I tweeted this out. I tweeted this link out earlier today on my Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, you already saw this. I posted it in the Discord as well. This guy right here, first off, needs more subscribers. He needs more subscribers. It's an absolute sham. Let me just test one thing out real quick. Okay, that did not work properly. Boom. 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 Hold on 1 second. All right. I think I got it right. Not do anything. This guy right here. This guy right here. MMA. He did the People's History of John Jones versus Francis Ngannou, the 6 days that changed MMA. Covers the entire Francis Ngannou UFC saga from start to finish, digging out every single clip he can find. And covers it deeper than I could ever imagine. And I need you guys to go check that out. I will link it in my description. I'll post a link in the chat in a second. This guy needs more subscribers. This guy needs more promotion. because damn, that video was good. I've watched it throughout the days in bits and pieces. I just finished watching it before I jumped on stream. I tweeted at the guy telling him what a great video it was. I've seen one of his videos before, maybe two of them actually. I've seen the betting scandal. The betting scandal one is one that's been talked about in the MMA community. Someone recommended it to me on stream before. Everyone, I need you to right now go subscribe to this guy's channel. This guy puts out quality work. Okay, it's mmai. I'll post a link to his channel in a second. Give me 1 second. All right, let me take that off screen. Let me go to his channel right now. That's how much that video really just pushed in, just punched in everything that I've been telling you guys repeatedly. Here's his channel. Go subscribe to his channel. Go subscribe to his channel right this very second. That's not some like, oh, I'm trying to get him to like me or anything like that. I don't care what he thinks about me. This channel, that video right there in itself, which, I mean, honestly, I feel like beating someone's mother up, the fact that it only has 1,100 views right now for 10 hours. Because people don't want to click on hour-and-a-half videos, which is the unfortunate of MMA and YouTube content in general. But please, guys, go subscribe to that channel right this very second if you could. Did I post a link yet? I don't think I did. Did I? Maybe I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Well-researched, fact-based, evidence-based, shows all the evidence, and clearly is a smart person. Would greatly appreciate it. I know we're UFC 288 pre-fight live stream. I need you guys to go watch that video and eventually also, push him over 10K. He's almost there. If you guys could go push him over 10K, that'd be awesome. I need you guys to go subscribe to his channel because there's very few people who have educated videos. Well-researched, educated videos when it comes to the MMA YouTube community, and that is one of them. That is one of them. Great video. I'm gonna link the video. I think this is the video, right? Yeah. Let me go link the video real quick. I'm gonna link the video for people who are watching this in the future. Francis Ngannou video from mmai. I linked it down in the description for you guys to go back and find it later. But that is one that truly I've tried to explain to you guys everything that's gone on in the history of Francis Ngannou and Dana White and Jon Jones, and the way Jon Jones was delegitimizing, or Dana White was delegitimizing Jon Jones, saying he's scared of Francis Ngannou. Then he switched to Francis Ngannou, scared of Jon Jones, and just the entire narrative. And to be able to just push to a documentary that covers it all, every clip you could ever imagine. I just really need to shout that out in the beginning of this. The video is great. Moving on now, that you guys have hopefully all went and subscribed to that guy's channel. Let's see if you pushed him over 10K. We don't have that many people in here yet. I'll shout him out one more time later in the stream. But mmai, says mmai Fight Analytics. Great channel. 21 videos only. But, man, he does a good job. He does a good job. Different channel than what I personally do. And not that I care if he was the exact same thing. I can shout out a good video when I see a good video. You guys always ask me, Joey, what's your recommendations? What videos should I go watch? That is one video you need to go watch. Anyway, moving on. Cejudo by headbutt, please no. Waiting for pleasure. I am here, Hawk Lungs. Also, do me a favor, guys. Like this stream. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We're trying to hit 10K subs as well. I mean, honestly, that's crazy that we're almost to 10K. The only man to KO Dreykus is fighting today. Good observation. Good observation. What's up, Joey? What's up, Niles? Wait. This isn't Chael's channel. I'm out of here. He actually, for a brief little bit, he covers Chael Sonnen in that video. He covers Chael Sonnen in that video. Win, Joey. What's up, JJ? You could pin it on the chat. Yeah, well, I posted it in the chat. It is what it is. I'll check it out, and I just subbed. Baltimore Thug, Joey, what's up? The prelims for one already ended. Yeah, but there's still a bunch of fights, so I'm just going to do my pre-fight live stream for about an hour and a half, depending on where the one card is, and then at the end of this stream, we'll jump right over to one. Just one card, technically, but 5-fight main card. We can all call it that, will be 9. Yeah, it looks like there's 3 fights over right now, if I'm not mistaken. As long as I make it for like the last 2 to 3 things, really the last 2 fights are the ones I want to be on here for. I'd like to be on here for the Roberto Soldic fight, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Joe, my coaches got to meet Mighty Mouse. That's pretty cool. How did the pleasure joke start? I ain't been in the streams lately. Great video, but that video failed to mention all of Francis's bragging about getting a multi-million-dollar boxing deal if the UFC fails to sign him. When did Francis Ngannou brag that he was going to get a multi-million-dollar boxing deal? When did he brag that? He's going to get a multi-million-dollar deal. So I don't know what you're talking about. You got to watch Roberto Ikeo Dracus, I know. No matter what, I'll tune into it, even if I'm still on the pre-fight stream. I'm actually familiar with a lot of fighters. Good. I commented on your last live stream, Jesus, Sterling and Cejudo are the most annoying 2 I've ever heard go back and forth. I'm not into pressers that much. I'll throw it on in the background. Horrible. Yeah, I'm not into pressers, and definitely not that presser. They're horrible. I mess with longer videos, especially when I'm at work. Good. Go watch that one. You can actually get educated on the situation. I subbed my friend with the Anaconda choke in round 5 on UFC 4 as Cejudo, so I guess Cejudo by Anaconda choke tomorrow. That is not going to happen. That will not happen. I got 1 fights going on in the background. Yeah, I'll probably tune on in a little bit, but this is gonna. I probably won't unless it's something big. This is gonna be my pre-fight stream. We're gonna talk about UFC 288. Aljamain Sterlign versus Henry Cejudo. Final time to talk about the full card predictions, which we'll get to in a few minutes. It's crazy. We're already here. We're about to be in May, guys. We're about to be in May. I'm not even going to continue. Bro, you're missing a women's MMA fight on 1FC. How dare you? That's what it is. It is what it is. That will happen. Just watch and see. We'll see if Chandler and McGregor don't fight. Who should Chandler fight instead? Sarukian. So do we believe the UFC is giving Colby and Henry title shots so they could sign new contracts? I found that theory very interesting. It could be. That wasn't like a 100%, oh, this is definitely why it's happening, but that is a very good theory, and it would not surprise me if they're trying to roll over everyone into a new contract. To get them out of to basically remove the rights away to people to have some type of class action lawsuit rights in the future. We already in May. Yes, we are. It's not even an MMA fight. Oh, Joey on the Xiaonan O'Malley Herbs. What are you talking about? Are we not in May? What are you guys talking about? 100% agree that would be a banger fight. Yes. Michael Chandler, Armin Sarukian, or Saryukian, I think is how you pronounce it, would be amazing. How would Cejudo versus Volk go? Volk would probably TKO him. I think Volk would batter him Korean Zombie style. Henry and his team is cringe, making it hard for me to root for the winner of this match. Top 3 reasons I hate UFC 288. Number 1 was I hate that one of these guys in the main event has to win. I thought I said we're almost in June. Did I say May? I thought I said we're almost in June. We're in May already. I thought that's what I said. I'm an idiot. But I guess since all you guys said it, I guess I did. I'll have to go back and listen to it. Second side note. Let me go check something out real quick. Let me go do something I've been meaning to do. I just misspoke. I meant to say we're almost in June. It's May already. And I thought I said it's May already afterwards. I'm 90% sure I said that. Get shareable link. No, don't need that. Get shareable link. Get shareable link. Boom. Got shareable link. Okay, well, I just misspoke. Also, for those of you guys watching live, or for those of you watching in the future, I'm going to link my entire UFC 288 playlist down in the description with my main event, co-main event prediction, and as well as my other UFC 288 content. Brutal KO. I'll go check it out real quick. Is it on YouTube? It's on YouTube right now, right? I hate when I mistype something. It's so annoying. One championship. Let me go take a look. Is it not live right now? Must be on Amazon right now. Oh, it started on Amazon at 8. Yeah, anyway, I meant to say it's almost June. For all the clowns wanting to correct me. All right. Well, how do I find this? Where's it at? Sports. There we go. I'll turn that on real quick. Let me go see this KO that everyone's hyping up. Ooh, nasty body shot, nasty right hand. She just falls down. It wasn't that brutal. Come on now. She just took a knee. She kind of just landed on her ass. But kind of on her knee. He posted a video of his weight cut. He, without a doubt, won't be a bantamweight after this defense. Who? Will you chalk the MMA community with you Belal pick like the Izzy pick? Chalk. What does that mean? Joey May just started, though. Yeah, I have a defense. But I said the word June in my head. I swear on my life. But then I started getting ahead of myself, and I can't believe we're already in May, and that must have been why I said it like that. No lie, one day when fighter promotions split revenue like NBA, NFL, etc., we'll all look evil AF, and then Francis will be here. One day, Francis's legacy in terms of this whole debacle here, and I just say a debacle just because it's like a massive, like, I don't know if debacle is even the right word, but debacle on the UFC's part, in my opinion, he'll be looked at favorably. I think Ngannou will be looked back favorably. I agree with that guy's kind of synopsis at the end. How would Cejudo versus Volk go? Volk would brutalize him and TKO him. Brutal KO. Already checked it out. He posted a video of his weight cut. Who? Everyone's laughing at Joe. You won't be laughing when the Venom gear comes on. Yeah. For sure. Nobody believed Izzy will beat Alex, and you got it right. Yeah, if Belal beats Burns, I mean, it's not like I'm one of those people who like to throw it in people's face, but I'll feel vindicated. Like, okay, I made a good pick. But at the end of the day, making fight picks is a very difficult thing to do. You win some, you lose some. Hold on 1 second. Joe, I was watching Jorge's edits on TikTok, and there were people simping over Jorge's 14-year-old daughter. Jeez Louise. We got the Pat Berries in the group, I guess. What happened to all the fans complaining about fighter pay? The people who were the craziest in regards to just sucking off the UFC and just deep throating Dana White are the loudest. They're always going to be the loudest. The people who, I mean, think about it. Imagine rooting against Francis Ngannou. Like, what does it matter if Ngannou's successful or a failure? Imagine rooting against him, to actively root against him. You know? Like, what has he done to warrant that? I can't imagine that. And that guy summed it up very well in the video, but what I said multiple times, everyone agrees that it's not about the money for Francis Ngannou. So why do we keep hearing that Francis Ngannou is greedy? Why do we keep hearing that? I got Burns, but would not be shocked if Belal win. I picked Belal by TKO, but I don't remember what round. I gotta look up what round. I think third round TKO. But yeah, it'll be funny. It will be funny. All the shit I got. Oh, Belal's horrible. Blah blah blah. Belal Muhammad's a bomb. How could you pick him over Burns? It's tough. It's a tough fight for sure, especially on short notice. But I think Belal's straight punch. I think it's going to be an absolute an absolute war. I think both guys are going to land big shots. I just think it comes down to who has a better chin. I think it comes down to who has a better chin. Most people believe Belal will win and Belal will lose and you pick Belal. About to watch two people drag their ass like Claudio Puelles. I got Burns but would not be shocked with a Belal win. I went against you twice, Jones and Izzy. I am with you on Belal. You went against me twice with Jones and Izzy. You will not doubt me. When's the last time I got a pay-per-view wrong? Have I got a pay-per-view wrong this year? Oh, 286 is the last time I got a pay-per-view wrong. So really, I'm one pay-per-view streak. I thought I was on a big streak. 286 is the only main event of a pay-per-view I've gotten wrong this year. But I've been on a bit of a slope this year, this past few weeks. After that Izzy high note, I hit a down slope. I'm annoyed because last week I switched my pick. I had Song Yudong. I switched to Ricky Simone. I was confident in Song Yudong and I switched to Ricky Simone. And then the week before was like, Curtis Blades is more well-rounded, but Pavlovich may KO him in the first round. Of course, Pavlovich KOs him in the first round. So the last 2 weeks I've been on a little bit of a slump. Let's see if I get it back with the Henry Cejudo pick. Let's go. You made me a believer. Belal straight punches, and he's durable. I think Belal gets it done. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I also think Belal throws more volume than Gilbert. I can't wait for Jackson to slide in the chat tomorrow and drop his bird poop prediction from the sky. We'll be pelted with the same bad picks for 2 hours. Nah, dude, he's getting timed out if he does that. Dana said either guy who wins for Belal versus Burns is next after Colby. And they will not sit out long. Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it because when is Colby versus Leon going to happen? When is Colby versus Leon going to happen? I'll be speechless with Khaos Williams get KO'd or even loses. That would be crazy. TRT Werdum versus Naguanu. Nah, I know what you're saying, Blaze One. Werdum versus Ngannou. I'd go Ngannou by brutal KO. But who knows? Werdum might find a way to drag him to the ground and submit him. It's hard to say. 284 is the only pay-per-view I've gotten wrong this year. You picked Volk? Shame on you. Oh, Archie, thank you for the $2 dono. Aljo versus Sandhagen rematch. Who wins? I don't know. Sandhagen, the one thing I would say Aljo for sure. The one thing that's thrown me off is Sandhagen's grappling has looked much improved. It looked good against Song Yudong. He was mixing it in offensively a bit. And then it even looked really good against TJ Dillashaw as well. And it looked good against Jan as well. But it's hard for me not to imagine Aljo finding a way to drag him back to the ground. So I'll go Aljo probably. That's his best win. That's Aljo's best win for sure. Belal about to get KO'd? I don't think so. It would be a late round finish in my opinion. But thanks for the $2, oh Archie. Do you think Aljo vacates with a dub or we get another 6-month title weight at bantamweight? Nah, I think Aljo fights O'Malley next. Probably in September, October, November. So, yes, another 6-month wait. But that's not out of the ordinary. I would love to see Drew Dober get a quick KO. I really want to see him fight Poirier Gaethje. Never going to happen. Never, ever is fighting Poirier Gaethje. Just get that thought out of your head right now. He got Marlon down with ease. That he did. But Marlon has horrible defensive wrestling. I've never been so pleasured before. I'm glad you're being pleasured. I'm glad you're being pleasured. You're gonna be pleasured for 3 hours tonight. Yeah, and we're gonna do this stream for about an hour and a half. So we're gonna go another hour on this stream, and then we're gonna switch over to one championship. In a little bit, we're gonna go through full card predicts at about the half-hour mark, so I can get an easy timestamp. We'll switch over to full card picks. Are you streaming tomorrow? Yes, I will be. Just a reminder. I will be streaming for UFC 288. Join me live. Seems like half the time we get more viewers for random cards. Like one championship tonight might get more viewers than the UFC card because there's so many people doing the UFC streams. And yeah, so join me tomorrow. I'm trying to get the viewers up for that, trying to build the channel up. Yeah, so I eventually want to just have like over 100 viewers for every stream. I know there's a bunch of you guys who always join me for every pay-per-view stream. I appreciate you. But I feel like I would love to watch them downstairs, but I got a monitor now, so it's a little bit better watching. I'm eventually going to get a second monitor, and I feel like I'm missing out growing the channel if I don't do the pay-per-view streams. Plus, I enjoy having the reactions. Imagine I didn't have that Adesanya reaction or that Leon Edwards Kamaru Usman reaction live on stream. How many hours until DJ versus Moraes? I assume about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So much pleasure. Why do you think Dana is so persistent on giving Colby a title shot? I think it's because Colby was going to be able to step in on short notice and fight if Usman pulled out. The way you looked at the camera and said, we're doomed, I'm done. Yeah. Respect to Jackson, okay. I like our Fight Night main card coming up. Looks good. Curious to see how Anthony Smith looks coming back. Sniffing retirement soon. I know he can stay for a while longer, but who knows? Yeah, there's the one card that's looking pretty solid for sure. I think it's that card that you're talking about. Is it next? Is that next week? Let me take a look. Is that next week? Yeah, that's the ABC card. That's why it's so good. Jairzinho, Rosenstrike, Jalton, Almeida, Anthony Smith, Johnny Walker, Mackenzie Dern, Angela, Split Decision, Hill, Daniel Rodriguez, Ian Machado, Gary. That's a solid card. I'm probably going to do 3 predictions for that card. Jairzinho, Jalton, Anthony Smith, Walker, and Daniel Rodriguez, Ian Machado, Gary. I'll probably do those predictions. UFC 288 is kind of subpar. I would give it a 4 out of 10 now that we lost Bryce Mitchell. My profile picture is you reacting to Alex P getting frozen like Elsa. Is it really? How often do you switch that, Jack? How often do you switch that? You just take screenshots and switch your picture? The worst, that's May 20th card, might be the worst of all time. Yeah. Is Shabazian versus Hernandez the main event? We don't have a main event yet. I'm wondering if by some chance they pulled Wonder Boy versus Pereira off the UFC 289 and throw it on this card. Oh, that was supposed to be Pennington versus Aldana. Ooh. Machete versus Borshev. Michael Johnson versus Diego Ferreira. Andre Fiallo, Joaquin Buckley, Emily Ducote versus Poliana Viana. Carolina Kovacevic versus Vanessa Demopoulos. Ir Latifi versus Rodrigo Nascimento. Chase Hooper versus Nick Fuhr. Yeah. Yeah. Horrible card. The main event, it's better with the main event gone, though, in my opinion. I think I might have skipped that as a main event prediction video. Colby as champion, what about him? I'm streaming live tomorrow, yes. To be honest, main reason I'm here is avoid the racism and anti-Semitism whistle blowing in Guru streams. I don't know if that's a compliment or a slight, but yeah, happy to have you. May 13th. May 13th is looking good. UFC Charlotte is stacked. Which one's UFC Charlotte? I don't even remember. Is that the May 20th? No, it's not May 20th. Oh, Charlotte's the ABC one. Okay. I see. This grappling match is so bad, not even ass dragging. I'm going to turn it back on for a second. Right now, they're just clinched up against the cage here. It looks like they're just headbutting each other from what I've seen. UFC Jacksonville looks amazing. All right. May 13th on ABC. Can I watch on ESPN? Probably. Did you see the presser for 289? Someone asked Nunes if she would defend her other title this year, and she was like, absolutely, I'm a lioness. There's literally no one at that weight. Yeah, 45 is just a Horrible weight class. Horrible weight class. I was born on the day, May 13th. Well, happy birthday. Coming up. If Belal wins and Colby and Leon fight in Dubai, I have no words. That bad business. I don't understand what you mean. What specifically are you complaining about there? Walker versus Smith could be moved to headline the Pennington card. Well, it hasn't been yet. So unless they announce it today or tomorrow. I switch it when you have a crazy reaction or do some cornball stuff on camera. Oh, I see. I do cornball stuff on camera? All right. Since when? Joey, are we rocking the Venom tomorrow? I'm probably just going to... I'm going to stick with the standard plain shirt. I can't have the newbies. I can't have the newbies thinking I'm actually rocking Venom gear. I guarantee there's some clowns on YouTube that actually rock Venom gear. And for the big pay-per-views, I can't risk it. I can't risk it. I can't have it. All right. I'm done. Someone's sharing around some picture of Belal's ankle that's clearly photoshopped, in my opinion. Clearly photoshopped. Okay. You rocking the Dale Earnhardt jersey tomorrow? I might have to. Tomorrow I'm going to be rocking my Dreykus Duplessis Venom kit. Yeah, everyone's got a Dreykus Duplessis Venom kit, of course. What fight are you most looking forward to this year? It was John Jones versus Francis Ngannou. But, damn, the UFC, massive blunder there, not figuring that one out. What am I looking forward to otherwise? Seems like every fight that I really wanted isn't happening anymore. It was Khamzat Usman, Khamzat Colby. Right now, it's probably Volk Yair as far as scheduled fights. Fights I'm dying to see, Yuri Jamal Hill is big. I don't feel like there's that one big fight coming up, though. You know, to be honest. I don't feel like there's the one big fight coming up, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but you get the point, right? Hold on 1 second. Where is it at? What is going on here? Okay. There we go. 6 minutes in, legit, Rose Carla had more action. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm glad I'm not watching then. But I'm glad it's taken a while so that it saves me time for my pre-fight, which we're going to get to the full card picks in a minute. Do you think Ian Gary will be a ranked guy if he beat KO's Rodriguez? Probably, yes. Probably. Crazy to have Colby American headline when we have Belal, someone from the Middle East. Dude, they don't care about that. Abu Dhabi pays them to have events there. Do you think Ian Gary will get a ranked guy? Yes, he will get a ranked guy. He may even get ranked himself, like 15. There is no big fight coming up. I'm hyped for Volk Yair. When Belal said, I'm going to smash your boy, guys, I cringed. Yeah, dude, took the Habib line. You're not hyped for Volk Islam, too, if Volk beats Yair? I am. Maybe if they make Gaethje Poirier, they will soon. Imagine if Belal upsets again. I'm done. I'll be done. I think Belal wins tomorrow. Do you think Belal should keep up the heel act? I think it will give him popularity he needs. I don't even know if he's doing it intentionally. I just think he's kind of unlikable. People just dislike Belal for a multitude of reasons. I mean, he's cringy as hell. But for me, it's easier for me to ignore that because I don't watch all that stuff. Guys, let me do it one more time, see if we can push him over it. There's this guy that made a great video on the Francis Ngannou situation. If you guys could go to subscribe to his channel, I would greatly appreciate it. He's about to hit 10K. I think he's less than 10 subscribers away from 10K. If you guys could go all to the MMA Eyes YouTube channel and go subscribe to his channel, I'd like to see him get pushed over 10K. Just for that video alone, he deserves to have way more subscribers. I just put the link in the chat. Go to subscribe to that guy's channel. If you guys enjoy this channel, go subscribe to that channel. Push him over 10K subscribers. I'd like to see it happen live on stream. I plugged him in the beginning. Let's plug him again. Go subscribe to his channel. Maybe. If enough of you guys go subscribe, let me go refresh it. And we did it. We did it, boys. Go. And he makes great videos. I've only seen like 2 or 3 of them, but I watched the entire Ngannou video today. It is a go-to. It is a go-to in terms of evidence-based documentary on the Ngannou UFC situation. Yeah, it just went over 10K. But if you still go subscribe to him anyway, if you haven't. A mega fight between Sergey versus Ngannou, that'd be fun as hell. I forgot they added Charles versus Benilo 289. Whoops. Yeah, that's a great fight. UFC 290 and 289 isn't horrible with that, especially. You did? Appreciate you. And Belal said, okay, they put D-Rod back in the rankings, so if Gary wins, he can be ranked. Is he back in the rankings? He is. He's number 15. When did he get jumped back into number 15? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm sure they mentioned Dana not showing up and not throw the belt around him in the video. He did not actually. I know he did, but he didn't mention Dana. No, he did. He didn't specifically say that Dana didn't wrap the belt around him. He said Hunter Campbell was the one that wrapped the belt around him, and Dana White did not show up at the post-fight pressers, the way he kind of worded it. The Fighting Business makes excellent videos as well. Not sure if you've seen any of his stuff. I have not. I don't watch a lot of MMA content. I saw that recommended on Twitter today. It just happened to end up in my feed. It was him tweeting out, and I said, let me go see what this is. This looks familiar. This name looks familiar. And then I remember I saw the betting documentary from him. So very, very, very solid work. You think Cejudo gets it done tomorrow? He's 36. I wonder if he has the same, but he was always training. We'll talk about it in a second, but yes, I do think Henry Cejudo gets it done. MMA Joey also makes good content. If you guys want to check him out, yes. If you guys want to check out MMA Joey on YouTube, he's a pretty solid MMA channel. Isn't it crazy to think if Chael survived 30 seconds versus John Jones, he would have been Dr. Stoppage? Yes. That would have been the biggest disgusting incident in pro sports. Okay. Let's jump into full card picks. 38-28. Let me text that to myself real quick. Or let's go 39 minutes. 39 minutes. And I'll just start right at 39 minutes. Okay. Boom. All right. Let me click on this. All right, we are going to go. We are finally going to go to UFC 288 full card picks. Let's hit the Tapology. And I'm going to give you guys my full card picks. I already have full breakdowns and predictions for the top 2 fights on the card. And now we're going to go through the entire card. And I'm going to give you my full card picks. Starting from the bottom. Joseph Holmes versus Claudio Ribeiro. Joseph Holmes, dude is just not good. Dude lost to Jamie Pickett. Claudio Ribeiro lost his last fight, got KO'd by Abdul Razak Al-Hassan. It was an absolute brutal KO. It was 3 months ago. Holmes is 27. Ribeiro is 30. A little bit of an age difference, but not much. Holmes has a 3-inch reach advantage and a 3-inch height advantage. 1 fight losing streak for each guy. Joseph Holmes, 1 out of his last 3 against Alan Amadovsky, 1 via submission. Holmes is an okay fighter. I mean, like he'd probably be decent in like a horrible organization. He'd probably be like one of the top flight guys in a horrible organization. His striking isn't particularly good. His defensive wrestling isn't particularly good. Ribeiro, I mean, he got a KO on Dana White's Contender Series. Outside of that, he's fighting guys that are like 24-20, 8-6, 2-0. That's his previous wins. It's really hard to get a gauge, especially considering he got KO'd in his last fight. And I have no idea who to truly pick in this fight. But you look at Ribeiro's last few fights, all finishes. Holmes loses by submission, lost by decision, but to Jamie Pickett, lost by submission to Young Park. I'm going to go Claudio Ribeiro by TKO. Joseph Holmes just has ugly, sloppy striking. I think Ribeiro is going to, mix in everything, land a big strike, hurt him badly, and then finish him with ground and pound. I'm going to go round 2 TKO for Claudio Ribeiro. Moving up the card, Ikram Aliskerov versus Phil Hawes. What a fight. Ikram, basically famous for fighting Khamzat Chimaev. Came off of Dana White's Contender Series, looked super impressive in his Kimura win there. Against a decent level of competition, a guy who had a 15-2 record. Before that, decent competition, beating all of them by stoppage except one. He looks to be super well rounded. He likes to win by submission. Phil Hawes is hit or miss. Is hit or miss. Got KO'd by Chris Curtis 3 fights ago on short notice. Beat Darren Wynn, but what does that really mean? And then lost to Roman Dolidze in his last fight, which was 5 months ago. Roman Dolidze is a beast. Phil Hawes is like one of those guys who's okay, well-rounded, but he's kind of chinny. Isn't the elite of the elite anywhere. He's 34 years old. He has a slight reach advantage in this fight. But I got to go Ikram Aliskerov. I'm going to pick him by TK. Now I'm going to pick him by sub. I think he mixes everything. He puts everything together. It's not like Phil Hawes is some elite striker. Ikram has good striking, has very good grappling, has good submission skills. I say first round's competitive. Second round, Ikram starts to get out ahead. Maybe a takedown. And then maybe finds a submission. But maybe Phil Hawes works his way back to his feet. Gets clipped. And then Aliskerov jumps on him and finishes him via submission. What I'm going to say is my final breakdown and prediction for this fight. Competitive fight. Ikram starts to pull out ahead. Lands a big shot on the feet. Hurts Phil Hawes. Either takes him down or drops him when he hurts him. And then rear naked choke for Aliskerov in the second round is what I'm going with. Moving up the card, the GOAT Parker Porter versus Braxton Smith. Braxton Smith in his Tapology picture literally looks like about 75. But he's actually 33. His nickname's the Beautiful Monster. Parker Porter coming in on a 2-fight losing streak. Lost to Justin Tafa. Lost to Jalton Almeida. Parker Porter just being tossed to the wolves. If I'm not mistaken, Braxton Smith... No, okay. I've never actually seen Braxton Smith fight before. He fought for Peak Fighting and he's 5-1. I don't know. I really don't know on this one. I think Parker Porter's a bit underrated. But I don't know. I don't know who to pick in this one. It's the majority of Tapology people are picking Braxton Smith, but at 5-1, let's see who he's beaten. He's beaten 3-1 guys, 3-2 guys, 11-6 guys. Is this on short notice? Someone answer me in the chat. Is this on short notice? For some reason, I feel like Braxton Smith randomly got thrown in there. Thank you, Flat Earth Casual, for the $1.99 dono. I appreciate you. Keep the stream going Friday evening. Yeah, we'll be doing a one championship stream after this. Braxton by head kick on Porter. Porter wins. I guess nobody's going to answer me. No one remembers. For some reason, I feel like Braxton Smith was not the original opponent, but I cannot remember. I just can't trust a guy who's fought 6 times versus a guy who's fought 21 times, only lost to really good competition, at least in his last 5 fights. Beat Chase Sherman, beat Josh Parisian and his Josh Parisian butt crack, beat Alan Bedoya, all by unanimous. Parker Porter is better than he appears. I mean, he got fed to the Wolves against Jalton Almeida and Justin Taffa. It's not on short notice? Okay, thank you. I couldn't look that up right now. I didn't feel like it. I'm going to go Parker Porter by decision. I'm going to go Parker Porter by decision. But I need to see Braxton Smith in the cage. That's like a blind pick. That's why some of these picks are really hard for me, because Braxton Smith, I've never seen him fight in his entire life. So, moving on. I'm going Parker Porter via decision. Moving on, Marina Rodriguez versus Virna Jandiroba. The baddest female in MMA, Virna Jandiroba versus Marina Rodriguez. This is an easy pick for me. This is a very easy pick for me. I have to go Marina Rodriguez. Marina Rodriguez, 36 years old, getting up there in age, but Virna Jandiroba not too far behind her, 34. Marina Rodriguez, 3-inch height advantage, 1-inch reach advantage, roughly the same age. Jandiroba's okay. She got a decision win over Angela Hill in her last fight, but lost to Amanda Ribas. Beat Kanakoka Murata the fight before that. Shoulder injury, lost to Mackenzie Dern. I don't know how Tabology is saying this is like even odds. I don't know how this fight is even odds. Marina Rodriguez is very good, and she even has decent power as well. I'm actually going to go, I usually just stock pick female fights. I just usually stock pick female fights decision. I'm going to go Marina Rodriguez first round TKO. I know that sounds bold. I just think her striking is leagues better than Virna Jandiroba, and she has very good grappling as well. And I think she lights up Virna Jandiroba. Virna Jandiroba is super tough, very durable. I don't remember her ever being KO'd. But I'm going to say Rodriguez gets it done. First round TKO. Just starts lighting her up on the feet like she did Amanda Ribas. She has good power. She has very technical striking. I picked her. I thought she'd be a future champ at one point. I still think she can get there. Unfortunately for her, she lost to Amanda Lemos in her last fight. But that's not a bad loss to have. She beat Yan Xiaonan before that. She beat Mackenzie Dern before that. She beat Michelle Watterson before that. She beat Amanda Ribas before that. I think she lights up Virna Jandiroba on the feet and TKOs her in the first round. That's what I'm going with. Moving on, Khaos Williams versus Rolando Bedoya. Bedoya coming in on short notice. Khaos Williams, I believe he's a very good fighter. He lost to Randy Brown, split decision in his last fight. Brutalized Miguel Baeza in the fight before that. Beat up Matthew Semmelsberger before that. Lost to Michelle Pereira. Close fight, if I remember correctly. And KO'd Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Khaos Williams, great power, great finishing ability, good defensive wrestling, good striking, taking on a 36-year-old who's jumping on a short notice. I have to go Khaos Williams, TKO. I'm going to go first round as well. First round KO for Khaos Williams. But I think he gets it done by KO, TKO, even if it's not till the second round. But who knows? Sometimes these short notice guys come in and shock you. Rolando has fought okay competition outside the UFC. He's not fighting guys with bum records. I don't know a lot of these guys, but hasn't fought a lot of guys with bum records. 17-6 is one of the guys he finished. He's on a year layoff right now. Coming in short notice against Khaos Williams is not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah. It says Bedoya is 26. It says 36 on my end. Is he 26? His picture looks younger. Either way, I'm picking Khaos Williams. Khaos Williams has a reach and height advantage, and he's younger, supposedly, allegedly. I'm going Khaos Williams first round TKO. Moving up the card, Devin Clark, Kennedy Nzechukwu. Devin Clark doesn't even really belong in the UFC. Beat Dong Ang Jun in his last fight. Lost to Azamat Mirzakhanov in his fight before that. Got TKO'd, ground and pound. Beat William Knight. What does that really mean? Nothing. Lost to Ian Cutelaba, who's a bum basically, and lost to Anthony Smith in a main event, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I got to go Kennedy Nzechukwu. Height advantage, massive height advantage, 5-inch height advantage, 8-inch reach advantage. Devin Clark's going to come out, look to grapple. Kennedy Nzechukwu KO'd Ian Cutelaba in his last fight. KO'd Carl Roberson in his last fight before that. Lost to Nikolai. I will butcher his last name. Lost to Da Ung Jung. Doesn't have the best ones. I don't think Kennedy Nzechukwu's going anywhere. Devin Clark's very tough and durable. So maybe, just maybe, he gets it done, but he has to get it done with his wrestling. Nzechukwu's tall, has a longer reach, will be digging the underhooks, stuffing takedowns, and I think he TKOs him. I'm gonna go third round TKO for Kennedy Nzechukwu. Moving up the card, this is where fight picks start to get difficult. Drew Dober versus Matt Frevola. I think a lot of people are underestimating Matt Frevola in this one. I think a lot of people are underestimating him. Drew Dober's chin is going to go eventually. He was getting lit up by Bobby Green. He was eating a lot of shots from Rafael Alves. He was eating a lot of shots from Terrence McKinney, even though he won all 3 of those fights by KO or TKO. He lost to Brad Riddell, lost to Islam Makhachev. Dober's a very good fighter. The chin's going to go eventually. The question is, does it go against Matt Frevola, who has good power, KO'd Atman Azaitar, who a lot of people were counting him out in that fight, on a 2-fight win streak, 2-fight KO streak. Lost to Terrence McKinney, got clipped early. Lost to Arman Saryukian, got out-grappled there. But wasn't totally out of his element, but that was 2 years ago. I think Frevola can win this fight and even KO Drew Dober. But am I going to pick him? Height and reach advantage, slight height and reach advantage for Matt Frevola. I can't go against Dober. I picked Dober against Bobby Green. I picked him against Rafael Alves. I picked Terrence McKinney against Dober, but Terrence McKinney almost got him out of there. I can see Frevola pulling off this upset. I really do. I think a lot of people are picking Dober. I could see Frevola getting a TKO or KO over Dober just because Dober's taking so much damage. Eventually, he's gonna get put out. I'm gonna go Drew Dober by decision. I think Frevola is durable enough to last in there. I know he got finished by Terrence McKinney. Terrence McKinney has unbelievable power. Dober does too, but I think Frevola is a little bit more technical. He's not going to go out there and get in a slugfest early. And he has okay striking counters as well. I'm going to go Dober via decision. And I think it's going to be a close fight where multiple guys get hurt. Multiple times they get hurt in this fight. And it's going to be one of the best fights on the card. Drew Dober decision. Moving up on the card, Kron Gracie versus Charles Jourdain. I hate this fight. Charles Jourdain is like just a bottom of the barrel UFC fighter. I know a lot of people for some reason like him because he's exciting, I guess. He beat Lando Venata, submitted Lando Venata. Is that the guy that took Lando Venata's shorts? It may be. I think it may have been. Beat Andre Ewell, didn't belong in the UFC. Lost to Julian Erosa. Lost to Shane Burgos. Got submitted by Julian Erosa. Does Kron Gracie get it done? Am I going to select Kron Gracie in this one? Dude relies on his jiu-jitsu far too much. And I just don't know what his offensive takedown ability really looks like. Kron submitted Alex Caceres, but that was 4 years ago. He lost to Cub Swanson, got outstruck by Cub Swanson. Is Charles Jourdain good enough to keep this on the feet and not get submitted? I don't know. This one's a tough one. This one's a very tough fight to pick, to be quite honest. I think you could see. I think Charles Jourdain, if he wins, he probably wins by TKO. Charles Jourdain is not winning by sub. Charles Jourdain could win by decision. If I was picking Charles Jourdain, I'd pick him by decision. I don't know, man. I don't trust. If Kron gets him down, I think Kron submits him. Kron has great jiu-jitsu, but sometimes I think people let the last name overhype him a little bit. I'm going to go Kron. I'm going to go Kron Gracie. I've never been high on Charles Jourdain. I don't think he's particularly like an amazing striker. I don't think he has great takedown defense. And I think Kron Gracie, it's kind of a wild card here. But I think he gets him to the ground. Whether he pulls guard or Charles Jourdain gets a little sloppy on the feet or he gets a takedown. I mean, he has to be training heavily for the last 3 years, even though he's been sitting on the sidelines. Cub Swanson 3 years ago is much better than Charles Jourdain now, in my opinion. I don't know if that makes sense. And MMA math isn't everything. Whether Kron Gracie pulls guard or Charles Jourdain hurts him and then follows him to the ground looking for a finish and gets caught in a sub, I am going to go Kron Gracie first round armbar. That's the bet right there. Kron Gracie first round armbar. Actually, I'm going to go Kron Gracie second round armbar. Maybe first round, looking like it's going to be Charles Jourdain. He's a little bit, conservative in the first round and doesn't end up getting taken down or doesn't overcommit on something and end up on the ground. Second round, he gets a little bit more comfortable, gets caught, gets taken down, pull guard, Kron Gracie takes him down or something along those lines and gets an armbar. Second round submission for Kron Gracie. I'm probably one of the very few picking Kron because I got to admit it's almost impossible to pick him with the layoff. But I'm just not high on Charles Jourdain at all. And Kron Gracie looked at least decent against Alex Caceres 5 years ago, but it's a tough pick. It's a shot in the dark, but I'm going Kron Gracie. Moving up the card to one of the easier picks on the card, Movsar Evloev versus a guy who looked like he's in the band Fall Out Boy, Diego Lopes. Diego Lopes, short notice stepping in. His last opponent was 10-10. Opponent before that was 10-8. Opponent before that 8-3. He lost to. Opponent before that 11-2. He lost to. Opponent before that he won 14-7. Fighting horrible competition. Movsar Evloev is an absolute savage, a future title contender. Movsar Evloev. I'm going to go TKO. I'm picking a lot of stoppages on this card. I'm going Movsar Evloev TKO. I'm going Movsar Evloev TKO. I think he gets him down, beats him up, batters him on the ground, or hurts him on the feet, honestly. If he lands the shots he was landing on Dan Ige in his last fight against Diego Lopes, he's going to drop him and finishes him. So I'm going to finish him. I'm going to go first round KO for Movsar Evloev. I think he drops him in the first round, finishes him on the ground, or hurts him badly in the first round and then subs him with like a guillotine or something. I'm going Movsar Evloev. Easy pick. Moving up the card, Jéssica Andrade versus Yan Xiaonan. It's hard for me to pick Jéssica Andrade after that last fight. And Yan Xiaonan's massively underrated. She's a very good fighter. Who do I pick in this one? Jéssica Andrade only loses to the elite of the elite. Yan Xiaonan, her only loss is the Marina Rodriguez split decision, which was a very close fight. And she lost to Carla Esparza where she got out-grappled. Yan is a very good striker. I think this is going to be a war. Yan has a slight height or massive height and a small reach advantage. Damn, Mike's just picking all wild cards here. I'm in my mind when I look at a fight, I have a first instinct. And then I start thinking about it, kind of mulling it over. My first instinct is Yan Xiaonan in this one. My first instinct is Yan Xiaonan. Does Jéssica Andrade get it done? I think whoever wins is via TKO. Yan Xiaonan's a very good striker. But does she get clipped with the power of Jéssica Andrade? Also, Jéssica Andrade, short notice fight in her last fight against Erin Blanchfield where she got submitted in the second round. She was looking good up until that point. I'm going to go Jéssica Andrade, but my heart wants to pick Yan Xiaonan. I feel like people are massively underestimating her. I'm going to go Jéssica Andrade via decision. I think Yan Xiaonan's very durable. Unless Andrade really just brutalizes her early, I think she'll be there. It'll be a close fight, 29-28 decision for Jéssica Andrade. Moving up the card, we have the co-main event. Belal Muhammad versus Gilbert Darino Burns. I have a full breakdown and prediction on the channel. Close fight. Gilbert Burns is 36 years old. Gilbert Burns is coming off a fight against Jorge Masvidal. Literally, 3 weeks ago? Yeah. Belal coming off the couch. Hasn't fought since October. 5-round co-main event for the #1 contender spot in the welterweight division. 34-36, which is Gilbert Burns. reach and height advantage, very limited height and reach advantage for Belal, very small, 1 inch. I just think Belal has the straighter punches. I think he has the straighter punches. I think this is going to be a back and forth fight, both guys clipping each other on the chin. And I think Belal is more durable. I think he's going to come out, he's going to lay it all on the line. I think he knows this is his chance to get a title shot right here, right now. And I think Gilbert Burns is chinny. And I think that's a bit of a myth. But I just think Belal throws a little bit more volume, throws straighter punches. Meanwhile, Gilbert leaps in with left hooks. I think the grappling cancels each other out. I think it's a war. I think Gilbert hurts Belal. I think Belal hurts Burns. Burns survives. They strike it out. Eventually, Belal finds a finish in the 3rd round. I'm going 3rd round TKO for Belal Muhammad. And a lot of people think that's a hot take. We'll see what happens. But I'm rocking out with Belal Muhammad. Even if it goes 5 rounds, unless Belal doesn't have cardio to go 5 rounds, I'm going Belal. I think Belal gets it done, either TKO or decision. I don't see Burns finishing Belal. Belal's shown very durable against Sean Brady and others. Belal's shown he has a good gas tank as well. And unless Gilbert really clips him with a big shot and then drops him and then submits him, I don't see Gilbert getting him down and submitting him. I don't see either guy taking the other down. Got to go Belal Muhammad, and I'm going him via TKO, 3rd round TKO. Moving on to the main event, Aljamain Sterlign versus Henry Cejudo. What a fight. What a fight that is. 2 of the best guys at bantamweight, regardless of what you want to say about them. I hate them both. I want them both to lose. I have no preference on who wins personally. And I just think Aljamain Sterling's offensive wrestling is not good. It's not good. He's not going to be able to get Henry down. If he wants to get Henry down, he's going to have to catch a kick, throw him off balance, create a scramble, jump on his back. I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be contested on the feet. I think Aljamain's funky style and also his size advantage will negate any offensive wrestling from Henry Cejudo, because I do believe Henry Cejudo has the offensive wrestling advantage. But I think because of the size advantage for Aljamain Sterlign, he'll be able to keep Henry off of him. And I think it's going to be primarily contested on the feet. And I think Henry, more technical striking, faster, better footwork. And I think Henry's going to get it done. I think it's going to be a close fight. I could see Henry winning it like 4 rounds to 1. Aljamain has to get him down. Has to get his back to win this fight. And I don't think he can get Henry Cejudo down and keep him down. I think it's going to be contested on the feet, and I think Aljamain Sterlign has horrible striking. A lot of his striking is predicated on the fact of his opponent's worried about the takedown. Henry Cejudo is not going to be worried about the takedown. And I think Henry's just going to land the better shots on the feet. I see Henry Cejudo getting it done via decision. Via decision for Henry Cejudo. All my picks are in on Tapology. Henry Cejudo outstrikes Aljamain Sterlign in the main event. If Aljo does win, he's going to just have to use that funky style from the outside, land some good shots, maybe create a scramble or 2, get a takedown, steal around that way, and then win like 3-2 in terms of the decision. I just don't see this being a dominant performance for either guy. And if I had to guess, like, if I had to say one guy gets a finish, if you told me there was definitely a finish in this fight, I think Henry Cejudo TKOs him in the later rounds. 3rd, 4th, or 5th round TKO for Henry Cejudo. If Aljo wins, it will be in some type of scramble where he gets the back of Cejudo and gets a rear naked choke. That will be the way Sterling wins if he does win by submission. But Sterling's entire reign, even though he's one of the best, it's a fraudulent reign. I don't think he beat Petr Yan. He beat a one-armed TJ Dillashaw, and he got his title off a DQ. Now, Henry Cejudo's reign and resume is not that great as well. You know, it's overhyped. Basically, a robbery win against Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Was losing to Marlon Moraes. Beat a dehydrated TJ Dillashaw. But I think Henry has a little bit better resume, in my opinion. But neither one has a particularly amazing resume. So, there you go. That is my full card picks. I'm going with Henry Cejudo via decision. There you go. there you go. There are my full card picks for UFC 288. Do me a favor, guys. Like this stream and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are going to end this stream in a little bit, and we're going to jump right into a 1FC stream. So, the Mighty Mouse fight was a robbery, in my opinion. The Mighty Mouse fight was a robbery, in my opinion. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. Makes always on the lookout for Americans driving towards traffic. I've been watching the one prelims. They are all right so far. We're going to jump in on one championship in about 45 minutes or so. Probably 30 minutes. Give me 1 second. What round you give my... I don't remember, dude. The fight was like 20 years ago. Is there a Tapology group for members? Yes, there is. I got to find a way to get control of this Tapology group. Fries takes care of it right now. But I feel like I at least should be able to be added as an owner. I had him make it, but I should be able to be added as like an owner so I can add people and invite people. Let me take a look. How do I invite people? I don't think it lets me invite. I can leave group. The Tapology group is called MMA Joey Members. So if you can request to join that, Will, the link to the Tapology is pinned in the Discord. Is there a way to add me as like an owner or something of that? So I can just, I don't even know how it works, but I just like to be familiar with everything. Group members, let's see. Okay. Looks like everyone doesn't put their tags in here. Can you kick people out of the group? We got to clean up this group. I see somebody who hasn't been in this group forever, hasn't made picks in forever. You know who it is if you take a look. But yeah. Will, join the Tapology group. It's for members. If anybody else... Yeah, just send the link to Will if you can. I think he's in the Discord, so you can send it to him. Any dogs of the card or locks? I don't know who's underdogs or not underdogs. I don't really pay attention to that too much. I know that sounds crazy. I'm very confident Henry Cejudo gets the job done. I'm super confident Movsar Evloev gets it done. Matt Frevola, I think, was the underdog. And I think he could win, but I'm picking Drew Dober. I think Ikram Aliskerov wins for sure. So, I think Nzechukwu wins for sure. So, there you go. That's the best I got for you. That's the best I got for you. Yeah, but is it tag? Let me see. I want to see the let me see. I don't even know how to find pin messages. Pin messages. Oh, I see how to find it. From 12/22/2022. All right, back to the stream. I got UFC 1 on Jorge Masvidal, Bare Knuckle, and you. Well, hell, you got everything on. I can clean up the Tapology group right now. Yeah, you should know. If you have any questions, just message me who it should be. Because there's a couple, but there's maybe a couple fringe that maybe I don't remember. Like, it doesn't really matter, but I just looked at group members. And there's one in there that stood out to me. That was like, we need to get rid of this clown. I don't even know if he makes picks anymore, to be honest. Let me take a look. Anyway, I'm not worried about that. How do we get on Discord with you as a member? How do we get on Discord with you as a member? You're not in Discord, Flat Earth? You go to my page, so you go to my YouTube channel. You go to my YouTube channel main page. You go over to membership, the membership tab, and you hit, for my end, it says show perks info. And then down bottom, it says exclusive Discord server, instructions, join via this invite link. And it's right there. If you have any trouble, let me know. But you should be able to figure it out. But let me know if you have any trouble there. All right, let's see where we're at. What fight are we on one championship? Okay, so one championship. We'll jump on that stream in about 30 minutes or so. I'm probably going to stream for another 15, 20, then take a break. And then come back. Take a break for like 5-10 minutes. Just get out of this chair for a little bit because we're going to stream one championship for a bit. Rip Sage. Yeah, Sage is about to fight. We'll check it out. Got it. Thanks. Yeah, if you have any issues, just let me know. I just promoted you to manager. Ooh, I'm manager on tap. How do I even... I want to see what I can do. Ooh, I can manage now. I can manage now. Damn, I'm a manager now. I wish I was like a millionaire. I'd invest some money in Tapology because I wish I could improve the interface. It's not bad, but I just wish it was better. You heard of Izzy and Pereira beefing about the KO? No. No, I did see some tweets back and forth, but that's it. Northcutt lost already? Not that I know of. Right now, it hasn't even gone. It hasn't even started yet. Let me take a look. It's just a horrible commercial. Bro is a manager now? Yeah. Oh, shit, man. Hey, can you... Fries, can you take my manager away? Because I don't want Bo Nickel challenging me to a UFC fight. You mind taking that off? I don't want that anymore. Bro is manager now, number 3. Joe, what's your favorite comedy movie of all time? Mine, Step Brothers. I love Step Brothers. But what comedy movie were we talking about the other day that's hilarious? And I cannot remember it. He's upgraded general manager for his next fight. Pretty much everyone in Tapology makes picks, but I removed one person. Okay. Yeah, I saw one person that I saw. I was just kidding. You don't need to take me off, but you got the joke, I'm assuming. What comedy movie were we talking about the other day that's hilarious? It's slipping my mind. Someone in the chat has got to remember. Let's do a poll real quick. Who are you taking in the main event? Aljo, Henry. Boom. But my favorite comedy, I enjoyed Superbad. I can't think of the other comedy movie I was literally just talking about the other day that I really enjoy. That's funny as hell. This Is the End is hilarious. Was it Superbad? Was it Oh, Napoleon Dynamite. Favorite comedy of all time, Napoleon Dynamite. That's what it was. Coach would have put me in fourth quarter. We would have took States. Coach would have put me in fourth quarter. We would have took States. I really need this Uncle Rico Funko Pop. But it's like $50. Uncle Rico Funko Pop. Yeah, it's $51. I need this Uncle Rico Funko, though. For the complete Napoleon Dynamite set, it's $340. That makes no sense. I have the Kip one. I should have bought them all. I should have bought them all at one point in time, but I didn't. I have the Kip one that says LaFonda. That one's $80 now. I bought that for like $10. There's a new Stranger Things one that I want that's cool as hell. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I thought about buying it. I already have too many Funko Pops. I'm about to start giving away Funko Pops to people. Because I bought a bunch of Funko Pops, and now I have so many that I literally have boxes of Funko Pops. like in another room. I probably have like 150 Funko Pops. No, now it's not on sale anymore. It's being sold by resellers now. I should have bought it the other day. It was like $50 for this really cool Funko. It was them standing on top of the trailer. That's crazy. Now it's $90. I knew I should have bought it the other day. That's crazy. These sons of a... Oh, hold on a second. Maybe it's just out of stock on Amazon. Yeah, it's Dustin and Eddie. Yeah, it's out of stock. $53. Screw it, I'll get it. I gotta get that one. I gotta get that one before it actually ends up out of stock. That's gonna be a very popular one. I want that one. This is the one I just bought just now. If you guys want to go check it out. Anyway, who's your all-time favorite actor? Mine's Denzel. I don't really have an all-time favorite actor, to be honest. Horrible Bosses is great. I think I saw that. It's been a bit. Bo Nickel is the first to lose his O to the GOAT GM3, no debate. Yeah, they'll probably book him against GM3 next. McGregor probably pays someone to make his playlist, okay? Let me get a Funko or do a giveaway. You know what? Maybe I will because I think I have a couple doubles of UFC Funko Pops that I got as gifts. I think it's like Anderson Silva, BJ Penn, and maybe like one other one. I got them as gift. Like 2 people got the same ones for me. I have a John Jones Funko Pop. I have a Daniel Cormier Funko Pop. But I think I have doubles of BJ Penn. Let me see which ones I have. UFC Funko Pop. I can look it up real quick. I think I have 2 BJ Penns. I think I have 2 Anderson Silvas. And maybe I got the Jose Aldo too. 2 Jose Aldos. 2 different people bought me like a set of 3 of them that were out at the time. This was years and years ago. What's crazy is the BJ Penn one's going for 40. The Habib's going for 100 right now. That's crazy. I wonder if I have any Funko Pops that are worth a lot that I wouldn't even know of. Every time I start looking at Funko Pops, I want to buy more and more. I just think they're cool to collect. I never take them out of the boxes either. I literally have a box of nothing but Funko Pops in the next room. Bo Nickel versus Joe Pyfer. Who do you got? I would take Joe Pyfer. Do you have the Funko Pop app to track your collection? I do not. What is a Funko Pop? This is a Funko Pop, my friend. That's a Funko Pop right there. Boom. It's a cool little figure. I know I should have grabbed the Habib one, but you get the point. Do you collect UFC cards? No. If Sage gets held down for 15 minutes, that would be very unfortunate. Let me take a look. Oh, he's about to enter the cage. Dude is still jacked. You should get it and scan in all your pops and tell them what it's worth. I don't know if I got the patience for that, but maybe. That senior Funko is going to skyrocket when Junior wins the Daytona 500. Thanks for educating me, Joey. No problem. Funkos are fire. I'm going to ask for my girlfriend one that looks like her. I have so many. I'm pissed. I have a bunch of Game of Thrones one, and they ruined it in the last season. Can we please see the Funko, the Habib Funko? Is there a Funko MMA Joey I'd buy? Nah. You really want to say the Habib one? I almost dropped it. This is the Habib one. Boom. Focus. Focus. There's the old Habib. Boom. No, it's like a little bit off. That Dustin photo behind you, that's from MMA Bobblehead. He makes really sweet boxes. And he makes these bobbleheads right here. Check the link. Let me take a look. What it says page not found. Is that for the app? I clicked on it on my computer. Is that for the app? Damn, there's so many good Funko Pops. This is a really solid one. Okay. Yeah, it's for the app you need on your phone. Okay, I'll probably download it. Are they worth anything? Some of them are. I have a Demogorgon. Demogorgon Funko Pop Chase. I have a Chase one. Let's see if that's worth anything now. I think it's this closed mouth one. I can't remember if it's open. I think it's closed mouth. Yeah, it's not worth anything. 25. I wish I could remember any of the ones that I have that might be worth anything. Game of Thrones Funko Pops. Who would even want these anymore now? Yeah, I don't remember which ones I have like all of them, but I don't know which one specifically out of these group I have. I think I have this one on the horse, which was pretty sweet. But anyway, back to the fights, because someone rewatching this will be like, this ain't a UFC 288 pre-fight stream. Who are you taking in the main event? 52% is taking Henry Cejudo. Is the fight already over? Let's see what happened here. The guy was on top of Sage Northcutt. Did he lose? I don't know if he lost or won. I just rewinded it. I didn't even see who won. I'm at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's see what happened to Sage. I'm assuming he loses or he gets a sub. He's going for a heel hook here. He's going for a heel hook. Oh, he taps. Sage subs him. Imagine losing to that guy. Sage with a quick win. Sage getting a quick win. That's surprising. After a long layoff. Sage just submitted the Employee of the Month at Target. Yeah, I added the ending. 50 years down the line might be worth a fortune. Yeah, I'm shocked Sage made him tap with a knee bar. Yeah, was it technically a knee bar? I'm dumb. I thought it was a heel hook. Yeah, it was a heel hook, right? Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know. I wasn't paying super close attention when I... Yeah, it's a heel hook. And it's all over. The words of Mike Goldberg. All right, let's see who's actually with me. Who wins? Belal or Burns? Let's see who's with me on that one. I'm going Belal, but I've been told that I'm a maniac by a lot of people. So it looks like the majority so far, no one's voting in the poll apparently. Oh, did he get dropped? I didn't even watch the entirety. I just rewinded it back to they were on top of each other. Pause. Is that what happened? Let me rewind it again now to see how they ended up on the ground. Does it happen early? All right, I'm watching the fight in its entirety now. Well, at least before they end up on the ground. Sage throwing kicks early. Oh, this guy looks bad. He looks slow. Oh, Sage hurt him with like a jab, it looked like, and then kind of fell. It was a weird thing. Sage like jabbed him and fell. I don't even know how they ended up on the ground, to be quite honest. Pretty boy Sage should go model instead of scrapping for brain cells. Yeah, maybe. I agree with Pick. He was was underdog against Luke Wonderboy and Brady. Now we're getting an inspirational speech from Sage. Hell yeah. O'Malley's what Sage was supposed to be. Oh. Well, O'Malley's basically done the same thing, fought horrible competition and won. And then now he's got a robbery win over Piotr Jan, which is the only good win of his entire resume, which isn't even a good win because it was a robbery. Also, Belal was 190, cut 20 pounds in 2 weeks, which is crazy. I think Burns can cause enough damage to nullify the wrestling. He seems like he's been practicing being a dominant top game, so he might. Nah, dude, he's not taking Muhammad down and controlling him. It's going to be a striking match. And I think both guys are going to land. Gilbert Burns is not some elite striker. His striking is effective because he has the threat of the takedown and the threat of the grappling. If he's just striking against Jorge Masvidal, he's going to get outstruck. But because Masvidal was worried about the takedown, he's not able to strike as well. So it's going to be a striking match. Guaranteed it's a striking match. And it's really, for me, it comes down to Burns' hooks versus Belal's straight punches. His jabs, and it's just straight punches in general. And I just think he finds the chin of Gilbert. I think he's going to stop Gilbert. But I think even if he doesn't, I think it's going to be a very close fight. And I think it'll probably go to decision if Belal doesn't get a TKO. Gilbert has great power in his hands. That he does. I even think Gilbert has the power advantage. I just don't think Gilbert is going to KO Belal. I just don't think he's going to KO Belal. Belal has shown time and time again he's super durable. And also, I don't think this is going to happen, but I do think if Belal can get Gilbert down, Gilbert's not like some great submission artist off his back. He's more of like a top guy, jiu-jitsu guy who can find submissions on the top. I don't think he's submitting Belal off his back. So if Belal can get him down, I think Belal could control him and beat him up on the ground. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think he'd be able to like take him down at will or anything like that. And it would be tricky trying to control him, but I do think he could, in the later rounds, if they're a little bit tired, get a takedown, control him on the ground a little bit without getting submitted. Belal isn't known for power. My take is that Belal would win by decision. We'll see. We'll see. Roberto is fighting next. Let's go. It's crazy UFC didn't sign him. I wonder how long it'll be until they get to that fight, honestly. Probably be a little bit. They probably were hoping till 10. Because at 8, prelim. Okay, it was 8. So this is go till 9. This was going, hold on. 9, 10. Yeah, so they'll probably wait till a little bit after 10 to put the Roberto fight on. Phil Hall's a good underdog. I think he loses. I think Phil Hall's loses, so no. What's up, Joey? What's up, Tori? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you joining. Belal having the same striking coach as Pena made me have to change my pick. Dude, I don't even want to think about that. Is Hall's a good dog or did Roman break him? No, I think Phil Hall's loses. I don't trust that Phil Hall's gets it done. That's funny. Somebody tweeted me the mmai video and said, Joe, you will appreciate this video. They must have not seen that I've been talking about it. I think Burns might drop Wobble Belal, and I don't think he'll finish him. If he drops Belal, there's a chance that Burns could finish him via sub. I really do. 64% is taking Burns. If you're going to vote in the poll, vote now before I end the poll. Vote now before I end the poll. What arena in Vegas is one having to the U.S. event? I think, isn't this in Colorado? It's in Colorado, Broomfield, Colorado, First Bank Center. Any fighters you were surprised by how they were never the same after one fight, like Tony? Any examples? Any other examples? Henan Barral. I wasn't super shocked, but TJ put a beating on him, and then he was never the same again. Never the same again. Henan Barral was like this elite world-class world beater. And then basically TJ took his soul. Dude was never the same again. That's crazy. He's only 36 now. After TJ beat him the first time, he's only won 2 fights since. So let me break this down for you. Okay? When he went into the TJ Dillashaw fight, he was 32-1. He was 32-1. He had only lost his debut, his fighting debut, his pro fighting debut in 2005. So he went from all the way from 2005 to 2014 without losing a fight. He fought TJ Dillashaw. TJ Dillashaw wasn't even supposed to get a title shot. TJ Dillashaw just beats the piss out of him, finishes him in the 5th round. Then he gets a rematch against a literal bum in Mitch Gannon, beats up Mitch Gannon, and submits him in the 3rd round. Then they give him a rematch with TJ Dillashaw. And TJ Dillashaw does the same thing to him again. This time finishes him in the 4th round. Then he fights Jeremy Stephens, loses. Then he fights Felipe Nover, who's not good at all. Beats him by decision, doesn't look good. Then goes on to lose to Aljamain Sterlign, Brian Kelleher, Andre Ewell, Luke Sanders, Douglas Silva de Andrade, and then he retires. Yeah, so I don't know where he's going on now. He's not actually retired. Apparently he's signed with Aries FC. But think about that. To go on a 32 fight winning streak, to then lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of your next 10. To go on a 32 fight win streak and then to go 2-8 in your next 10 fights, that's crazy. That is crazy. 57% are picking Burns. There you go. Boom. End poll. You know how crazy that is? Belal by humping for 25 minutes, maybe. How the F does anyone cut 20 pounds in 2 weeks? People do it all the time. Any fighters you were surprised? That's what I was talking about. Honestly, Cody Garbrandt too. Yeah, TJ Dillashaw changed a lot of careers. Same for James Vick. Gaethje damn near killed him. Dude, and Vick was talking so much shit before that fight. 32 fight win streak overall. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. I'm not even counting all these, but yes, 32 fight win streak. He has a no contest mixed in there. But I don't consider that breaking a win streak. And then he came to the UFC from WEC and won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights straight in the UFC. And what's sad is he was only the undisputed bantamweight champion for a little while. He held an interim bantamweight title for 2 years. He defended he won the interim bantamweight title in July of 2012. He defended it once, twice. The 3rd time they decided to elevate him to the undisputed. So he only had 1 title defense, realistically. Do you ever get nervous for any fight? I mean, some of them, but not really. For me, it's just more anticipation. I guess that's nervous still. That's nervous energy. Anticipation is. Do you count WEC for Cruz? Yes. Joe, do you think Khabib might have the most overrated career? Do you think Khabib has stayed around someone who would have beat him at some point? No, I think he would still be pretty dominant. I think he still would have been pretty dominant. But he does have an overrated career. He's still one of the best of all time. But didn't stick around for that long. And so, in my opinion, it's one of those things where what could he have been? It's always going to be the what could have been. What could have been. And we don't know. But I do think he would have done well against the up and coming guys. I think he would have beat Charles Oliveira. I think he would have beat, whoever else you want to match him up against with. I would pick him. All right, guys. Final questions, and then I'm gonna take like a 10-minute break, and then we're gonna move over to the One Championship stream. I'm gonna add a redirect in here so we can easily jump over to that. Oh, I forgot I had it scheduled for 9:30. So I'm gonna do the redirect. I should be starting this in about. Oh, I can easily select that. I should be starting this stream in a little bit. Just give me like 10 minutes. I'm going to pee, grab some water. I love getting nervous for fights. To be honest, it's an adrenaline rush. Agreed. I get excited if a fight, a root for wins or loses. It doesn't change my life. That goes for anyone. Agreed. Listen, guys. I'm going to get out of here. It will immediately redirect you to my One Championship stream. I will be on within 10 minutes. And we're going to watch the One Championship fights. Do me a favor, guys. Like this stream on your way out. Subscribe to the channel on your way out. I greatly appreciate you, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Thank you for joining me for the UFC 288 pre-fight. I will also be live tomorrow for UFC 288, so join me for that stream. I will see you in a few minutes on the One Championship stream, so go over there. Appreciate you guys. You guys can chat over there. It'll automatically take you there, and I will talk to you in a few minutes. Good night, and see you soon.